ever gotten like the dreaded knock on the door. And hopefully we don't. I don't know. This is the first time. We've had ants, we've had mice, never one of these.
Yeah.
And I don't want to.
Well, looks like we're gonna need to do something with this before we can leave.
There's lots of different ways that you can live RV life, and this is just one of the ways that we're gonna do it this time. Are we gonna get kicked out before the night's over? Because
I hope they don't kick us out.
I know, like the park is starting to clear out. We did see there's somebody else with an RV. Like now, the question will be, is that RV gonna leave? Because we're not planning on leaving. But to 1 degree. So we'll see what happens, but it's not 1 degree in there right now.
So that it's not cooling. The freezer's not cooling?
So the freezer's not cooling. I don't know. Like the last time that this happened, right, we realized, crap, like that was an operator error.
Yeah, we didn't have the temperature set right.
It wasn't set right. But it looked like it looked like it was set to 0. But then when I started hitting the thing, it looked like it was set to negative something. I don't know.
All right.
The fridge is at least working, so that's good. But I really wanted the freezer. I mean, we have to have a freezer. So.
Did you get ice cream?
I did not get ice cream. So I mean, the good news is there's nothing in the freezer at the moment, or else it would have probably gone bad by now if it's 70-something degrees in there. The last time this happened too, because you know how it's a double compressor setup. Maybe you should just check on the outside and just make sure, because we've been using the outlet that's there to plug into the solar of the house. Like, will you just double check?
Yeah, I might have hit something.
Yeah, make sure something didn't get bumped or disconnected.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I found out the issue.
Oh, what is that? Then I don't need to email them.
No,
that'd have been premature. What is this?
It's a connector that the wire just fell off the connector.
Oh.
So they had a little corrosion in it.
That's the thing. Usually, like with RVs, usually it's something really simple.
Yep.
So I'm glad you found that. Okay, well, let's get that fixed so that we've got everything in working order.
Yeah.
And then, this is going to be really fun, because this is one of those times where we can use our RV and just the way that we kind of live this life in a hybrid way, where we're going to be able to take our RV this weekend and we're going to be a blessing to a bunch of families. And by the time you see this, Mother's Day will have passed, but at the time of the recording, it's Mother's Day weekend. So I personally am looking forward to just being able to be a blessing to a bunch of moms at a softball tournament this weekend, because we've got some cool stuff planned of what having this RV makes possible to be able to hang out with a bunch of families. So that's going to be fun, but we got more to load up. So I'm going to get back to that.
I've got a fridge to fix.
You have a fridge to fix. Thank God it's simple. It usually always is.
I've learned something from troubleshooting with RVs, and that is check the simplest thing first. Fuses, wires, check that first before taking out the whole refrigerator and checking behind the fridge.
Oh God. You know, here's the thing. When you say check behind the fridge, it just makes me think of what happened earlier. So we'll have to talk about that too, because I'm wondering if we need to change how we're parking. Anyway, that's a whole nother topic. Stay tuned. And then we're going to have some questions for some of you, maybe, on if you have suggestions on how to avoid unwanted creatures. This is the first time. We've had ants, we've had mice, never one of these.
Yeah.
And I don't want to. So.
This one actually kind of frightened me a little bit.
Oh, you sent me the video and I was just like, can that get up in the RV? Because if it can, we got bigger issues.
Yeah, big problems.
Yeah, huge. I'm going to be checking the sheets before we go to bed. Like, Now, boondocking and parking lots obviously is not the ideal destination for RV travel. So, of course, we have got some exciting places on our list this summer where we will be traveling in our RV. And I have to share about a great resource that I found for inspiration when it comes to planning. Now, I just received this special annual print-only edition of RV Destinations magazine, and there is an article in this edition called Secret Spots to Avoid Crowds in Acadia National Park. Now, I really wish I had known about these hidden spots before we planned our visit to Acadia, and that's another reason I am loving this magazine, because it covers not only well-known destinations, but also some great hidden gems and places you've probably not yet heard of. From awe-inspiring landscapes to great adventures throughout the US and Canada, I'm excited by the inspiration that I'm finding for our travels through RV Destinations magazine. It really does offer it all, just the majestic beauty of national and state parks to some of just the cozy charm of small towns. And oh, there's some great campground reviews, which I find very helpful as well. The best part is you can enjoy RV Destinations magazine in both digital and print formats. Now, I'm old school, and I like to have print copies of books or magazines, especially if I'm hanging by the pool or chilling at the beach, while Ben likes using his iPad or e-reader for books and magazines. So we can both read RV Destinations in the format we like. And can I just say, there's something amazing about a publication that's written by RVers for RVers that really just helps provide the best tips, recommendations, and insights for those of us actually out there living this lifestyle. For a limited time, you can save 20% off your subscription at gratefulglamper.com/RV Destinations or at the link below. Just make sure to use the code GRATEFUL20. And we do thank RV Destinations for sponsoring this video and their continued support of our channel.
Cherry's not gonna like this. Dude. Whoa. Hey, Charity's not gonna be happy with you. Get away from the RV. Get away. Move. I have to grab ya. Yeah. It's trying to sound like a rattlesnake. Alright, we'll leave you alone. Okay, so what I found was the connector right here was completely corroded. So, and how I knew it wasn't working is there's two compressors on this fridge, and this one was working, this one wasn't. And so once I pulled this out and looked at this, it was completely off. And so what I'm gonna do is connect this up, and it should work. It should. So let's find out if it's gonna do the trick. This is the only wire that was loose, so I'm gonna crimp it down. Red crimpy thing. Make sure it's, give it the pull test. Always give it the nice pull test, and we'll see if the compressor kicks on.
Nothing yet.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep, it worked. That's all you had to do.
All right.
It's the simple things. Check the simple things first.
Yes. Okay, so we should have freezer soon.
Very soon.
All right, just a few more steps and we can rock and roll. All right, it is dark 30, and there's a really big storm that rolled through last night, and so one of the branches on one of the trees came down, and so Ben and Dakota just had to get the chainsaw out and cut that, or else we wouldn't be able to. Dakota's out there bringing his stuff, but he looked like this gigantic monster. Like, all I see in the dark out of the corner of my eye is a bunch of like.
Well, looks like we're gonna need to do something with this before we can leave. This fell down last night. We had a big storm.
I knew it.
And Irvy's right there. We're gonna need to move that before we can head this way. Try to pull it.
Oh no.
We might be able to move it.
No way I'm moving that.
Between the two of us.
No way I'm moving that.
Get the chainsaw out, and we're gonna go ahead and cut this bad boy up. it. Ugh, that's heavy. Yep. Okay, you can get this one. This is a Dakota size.
Hey.
So we have got to get out of here to be there on time. Oh gosh, in 19 minutes.
All right.
So we better get rolling. Start her up.
All right, let's start her up.
You give me, you get me going. You get me.
All right, so I'm getting a little nervous because we're almost there, and this is sketch, guys. Like, this is really sketch. We've looked at it on Google Maps to make sure that we think we can park the RV and everything else like that, but I'm like getting a little nervous right now because we're almost there, and I'm just not sure what to expect. Like, how full is the parking lot gonna be? Are we gonna be able to find parking or not?
This is our turn, so hoping that we can find a place to park.
So I just pulled in front of Ben. I followed him up just to make sure that everything looked good with the e-bikes on the back. So everything there looked good. So that is good and positive, but yeah, we're almost there. This is really our first rodeo ever doing this type of thing, which I'm so excited for, but I'm also nervous at the same time because it's just like, you know, first time, you don't know how it's going to work out logistically. Hopefully we can find a place to park the RV and just take up like 5 or 6 spots. Hopefully it all works out. All right, we're gonna let you know pretty soon.
All right, so we found what field we're gonna be on, so we're gonna go try to find a parking spot near that so we can have all the families over for lunch, make some pizza in the new pizza oven.
Get me going.
This worked out really, really well. So yeah. We've got the solar, as long as nobody's like, hey, you're taking up too many parking spaces, but I think we'll be good because there's other parking and stuff like that. So I'm gonna get her where she needs to be. Do you want to start kind of getting things set up with tables and the auxiliary refrigerator, the bouge fridge? Probably get that set up. This is gonna be super fun.
Yeah, totally.
I'm excited.
Good time. As we were driving up, some lady was like, "You've got the perfect setup for softball games."
The thing is like, so here's the deal, like RV living can mean so many different things. It doesn't have to be like locked in one way. This is how that it looks. There's lots of different ways that you can live RV life, and this is just one of the ways that we're gonna do it this time. So
the one really cool thing about bringing the RV to the baseball park is that we can bring the e-bikes. And one cool thing about bringing the e-bikes to the baseball game is you can haul people and haul equipment. So I've put this on the back. This is Trinity's bat bag. On the back of the bike with a bungee cord. And so Trinity will sit here, hang on to me. And look, there's even some footrests. So we can get her to the field within minutes.
That is awesome. Just go slow, because I don't want her bat bag's not meant to go high speeds.
Right.
All right, cool. I'm gonna go see if she's ready, because we gotta
I'll come back
and
here. Get you and the wagon next.
Okay.
All right.
I'm loving this.
Yeah. All right, Trinity. Good job. Sorry to bother you. What you doing?
Oh, I was
long day. Just kind of relaxing.
Yeah, it's been a long day. Whoa. Long day. So, but this, first of all, this has worked out amazing. Having the RV here, we had 11 girls all piled in the RV plus some siblings. And they hung out there for the afternoon and got in out of the heat. And then we made pizzas in the pizza oven for probably close to 35 people. The park is starting to clear out. We did see there's somebody else with an RV. Is that RV gonna leave? Because we're not planning on leaving. Trinity has a game again tomorrow morning at 8 a.m., which means report time's at 7 a.m. So the plan is to just stay in the RV so we can walk over to the field in the morning. But we've never done this before. Like, we've never just been like, let's just try. There's no signs anywhere, obviously, that say like no overnight parking, but
We checked the website. It doesn't say no overnight
the
parking.
website is very vague. Like, the website actually doesn't have a lot of details on the park, period.
Walmart said no parking.
The Walmart in town said no parking overnight.
Cracker Barrel is limited on parking.
Well, we looked it up. That's kind of like our backup plan, but hopefully this all works. I don't know. My thing is we've never ever gotten like the dreaded knock on the door, and hopefully we don't. I don't know. We'll find out. So will you. Yikes.
Good boy.
I need to find a tree to pee on.
Well, they call that a success.
No knock on the door in the middle of the night.
Can't believe it.
So that's good. I feel like we learned a few lessons where we're still a little bit unsure of some things because we've expanded our whole like lithium and solar setup. So before we went to bed last night, the batteries were like 40%. So we knew we needed to charge those up, and it just took longer than what we thought it was going to. So we're trying to determine, is that normal? Because we now have 9 lithium batteries, so that's a lot. But dude, we like, the only thing, it was the water situation, but because of the big hosting yesterday, we had a lot of people like that were in and out washing hands and stuff.
Right. Yeah. But I call it a success.
I would call it a
Boondocking
success.
success.
Yes.
And
I
it costs
know.
$0.
$0, just the fuel to get here. So it is so nice. Just, I don't know, having this to be able to do these types of things. And, you know, like I think about Trinity's team, everybody's getting up early to drive here, and we're in the parking lot. We're here.
You happy, dog?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
I love the RV life.
He loves it. Loves the RV life.
So, it was our first successful softball parking lot camping trip, which is the first time we've ever done this, huh? Yup. So, what do you think about having an RV to hang out with your team?
That was fun.
It was a lot of fun, and I'm glad that we could
I want more pizza now.
do pizzas for all the moms. It's a happy Mother's Day. And if you're watching this, even though it's like after Mother's Day and you're a mom, happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.